Well, Din Djarin finally found Ahsoka Tano, gave her baby Yoda to train, and ended his journey forever. Roll credits, show over. Yeah, right. Because poor old Mando just can't catch a break, Tano refused to train his foundling and sent him off on a new leg of his quest. That being said, if you look at her life story, she's right not to train him. Dave Filoni just did a massive flex on Star Wars fans. The Ahsoka Tano episode he wrote and directed had a ton of callbacks to his shows Clone Wars and Rebels and didn't really take time to explain a thing. Mando may have been confused as to why Tano was so reluctant to train his foundling, but us Filoni fans knew exactly what was up. Her life as a Jedi started off on a weird note and never really got better. She was the Padawan to Jedi superstar Anakin Skywalker, but he wasn't initially jazzed about the idea of having a sidekick. The two bonded throughout the Clone Wars, but it was clear that like her master, Ahsoka had some issues with the ways that Jedi did things. It wasn't uncommon for her to disobey orders, fight against protocols, or flat out just do what she wanted. I mean, just look at her signature reverse grip on those lightsabers. There are like 3,000 videos on YouTube where sword experts talk about how the grip might look cool, but it is utter nonsense. You just know that Mace Windu tried to get her to stop that and hold her lightsabers like everyone else, and she was just like, nah, I'm good like this. Ahsoka's troubled time with the Jedi eventually came to a head when Ahsoka was wrongfully tried for a bombing and cast out of the Jedi Order so that she might stand trial. This proved to be the final straw for Ahsoka. When the offer was made for her to return to the Jedi Order, she refused. She then moved to a sketchy place in Coruscant where she recorded an epic diss track against the Jedi called Reverse Grip This, Bantha Fodders. I would play it for you, but it's been flagged for explicit content. She ended up rejoining her forces in the Clone Wars and took on Darth Maul during the Siege of Mandalore. Then, she witnessed Order 66 and the destruction of the Jedi, though she survived it like a boss. Unlike every other Jedi who is fine just like slicing through their clone friends, Ahsoka actually helped them get back to their senses. Yoda, on the other hand, decided to help them by relieving them of those heavy heads sitting on their shoulders. She managed to save her clone friends, freeing them up for their own cameos in Rebels. Let's face it, Captain Rex is going to appear on The Mandalorian at some point. Dave Filoni has already snuck Bo-Katan and Ahsoka in there. Why wouldn't he go for all three of his most popular Clone Wars characters? I mean, just slap a beard on Temuera Morrison when he returns as Boba Fett, and there you go! From there, while most of the Jedi retired to random corners of the galaxy, Ahsoka Tano joined the Rebel Alliance as the mysterious Fulcrum. She continued her quest to become everyone's favorite Star Wars character by taking on the Inquisitors, the Empire, and Darth Vader. Though she was still rocking some sick sabers, Tano still didn't consider herself a proper Jedi. Instead, she's more of a gray Jedi, in between light and dark. She helped Kanan Jarrus teach Ezra Bridger, but didn't become a master to the kid, and she was right to do so. You see, Ahsoka's troubled past and wild emotions make her a great warrior, but would make her a terrible master. This was the exact same problem Luke Skywalker had, which led to Ben Solo becoming Kylo Ren instead of a Jedi. Ahsoka has the wisdom of failure to let her know that training baby Yoda could only lead to disaster. That's not the only reason why training the child would be unwise, though. This is the story of two Jedi and two choices that shaped the galaxy as we know it. On the one hand, we have Qui Gon Jinn, one of the greatest Jedi of his age, though not one who was known for going along with the Council's wishes. While on a mission that took him to Tatooine, he found a young boy named Anakin Skywalker who had more midichlorians than he'd ever seen. He was certain that this boy was the chosen one and that he must be trained to be a Jedi. The only problem was that the boy was much too old for normal Jedi training. You see, the Jedi way is to dissolve all attachments, which is more or less impossible when a person has a family. They usually take children before they've formed real memories of their families so that they can start off fresh and unburdened with such a painful separation. Anakin, on the other hand, had a deep love for his mother already. The Council and his own Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi advised Qui-Gon that training the child was unwise. Qui-Gon, a true student of Count Dooku, didn't care at all about what the Council wanted. He decided that he was going to train Anakin anyway. Though, Darth Maul kinda ruined those plans. Obi-Wan Obi-Wan took his place, but also ignored several of the warning signs his master did. Anakin, enraged by the loss of his mother, obliterated a village of sand people. While that film framed them all as monsters, The Mandalorian has shown just how misunderstood these people are that Anakin slaughtered without a word. He just assumed that they were guilty and embraced the dark side all over the village. Then he filled his emotional void by marrying Padme against all wisdom of the Jedi. When her life came into question, Anakin fully fell to the Sith, becoming Darth Vader to save her, ironically leading to him destroying her and the Jedi instead. Ultimately, Qui Gon's choice ended up costing the Jedi and the galaxy everything. On the other hand, we have Ahsoka Tano, the former Padawan of Anakin Skywalker. She saw firsthand the darkness and the light at war within her master during the Clone Wars. When she had her own issues with the Jedi Council, her master revealed that he had had some as well. Still, she could have never predicted the monster he became. She was forced to confront this directly when she came across Darth Vader. The two crossed sabers, and Ahsoka nearly lost her life against her former master. She managed to survive, but never forgot this fateful encounter. Flash forward to her time on Corvus. Like Qui-Gon, she was presented with a uniquely powerful child who could shape the galaxy. Grogu had the same attachment issues as Anakin did. While Anakin was bonded to his mother, Grogu was bonded to his Mandalorian guardian Din Djarin. He viewed the warrior as a father figure and refused to do a simple exercise with Tano due to a fear that only Djarin could fix. Ahsoka easily could have made the same mistake Qui-Gon did, ignoring the issues that made Grogu a problematic student. Though she remembered her fight with Vader that nearly cost her everything. She refused to take on the Padawan, showing a level of wisdom that was beyond even the wisest of masters. Looking forward to the sequel trilogy, the galaxy was beset upon by a new empire led by a problematic former Padawan named Kylo Ren, but not one named Grogu. It's entirely possible that Ahsoka's choice on Corvus saved the galaxy from the kind of carnage another Darth Vader would have wrought upon world after world. Also, there's another destiny that could await young Grogu, one that he has to choose for himself. The galaxy has two ancient warrior sects that have similar pasts and similar tragedies. The Jedi are the ones most known by everyone due to their flashy laser swords and their self-proclaimed roles as the guardians of peace throughout the galaxy. The other sect, the Mandalorians, were often framed as the bitter enemies of the Jedi, like the Sith or the Nihil. These warriors were strangely much more like the Jedi than their other rivals were. They had a strict code of conduct, their own weapons, and took on children as pupils into their order. While the Jedi reigned supreme for centuries, the Mandalorians slowly faded until their ancient culture had nearly vanished into one that valued peace above everything else. Grogu now faces a unique choice that few in the galaxy have ever faced. The child has to choose between the new Jedi Order and the Children of the Watch. The first several years of his life were spent in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. There he was raised as a youngling, a pre-Padawan child who was taught the ways of the Jedi before he would even have the chance to build attachments. The fall of the Jedi was likely very traumatizing for the child. Ahsoka Tano, while probing his mind, revealed that this was a dark period for him. It's even possible that many of his memories from his time with the Jedi Order have been compromised by repressed painful experiences that could lead him to the dark side. After everything fell and Grogu was hidden away, he was discovered and saved by a devout child of the Watch, Din Djarin. He was taken in as a foundling by Ancient Creed. This Mandalorian has served as his father figure as he protected and taught him while traveling across the galaxy. The next stop for Djarin and Grogu is the ancient home of the Jedi, Tython. Here he will have the chance to call out to a Jedi for training or choose a new path. While he could always pick a new teacher, it's likely that he will instead choose the path of the Mandalore with Din Djarin. We could then see Djarin teach both Grogu and us the creed of the ancient Mandalorians in much the same way that we've learned of the Jedi. We know that Mando is the strictest Mandalorian we've met thus far. He cannot remove his helmet or have his helmet removed by anyone else. If this happens, he can never put his armor on again. Bo-Katan described his ideology like it's from some sort of religious sect or cult. Grogu's time as a young Mandalorian could show us the spiritual beliefs behind Djarin's beliefs. The only problem with this would be finding an armorer who can make a Beskar helmet that could fit those giant ears of his. Maybe Grogu could be one of those less strict Mandos who don't need a helmet. Regardless, $20 says that Grogu's first words are "This is the way." Star Wars fans, if ever there was a time to hit a comment section with your theories, it is today. 2020 may be a hard year, but Dave Filoni is doing everything he can to make it awesome for us. If you want to see more theories and Mandalorian content, don't forget to like and subscribe to CBR.